Hello, Taurus. This is what you can do for your mental health for the week of the 7th through the 13th in no particular order. So we had the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles talks about long-term stability. For clarifiers, we have the Chariot and the Hierophant, and this is long-term stability with your mental health and with physical things. So the Chariot talks about your willpower, and the Hierophant talks about learning and getting guidance, rituals and routines that are going to help you, traditions that are going to help you. The Page of Pentacles talks about learning, and this is learning about your health in order to maintain it. What are you learning about? We have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. So the Knight of Cups in reverse, he can be egotistical, moody, jealous, overreactive, unrealistic in his actions. And the Three of Swords, it talks about introspection leading to forgiveness and recovery. It can also talk about this negative self-talk. If you've been having negative self-talk around some situation where you're dealing with somebody who is this unrealistic person, or if you've got an unrealistic imagination, then this negative self-talk that you're experiencing, you need to focus on learning how to talk better to yourself, how to stand up for yourself against these people, how to walk away from them if this is another person and you're looking for advice on how to do that and you're using your willpower to move away. The Hierophant is saying to either set up routines and traditions to learn from the past, to learn from other people's experience, or to seek guidance on it so that you can figure out how to have long-term stability for your mental health. Now then we have the Six of Pentacles, which talks about balance. It talks about balance and giving and receiving things. And then we have King of Wands. King of Wands came out sideways. In the upright, it talks about having this vision for your life and using that vision to guide you forwards. It can also talk about entrepreneurship. And with this Six of Pentacles, even though we're talking about mental health, having a balance, give and take. Six of Pentacles does sometimes talk about career and finances relating to that career. So you may need to balance something that you're trying to get up and running, or something to do with your work-life balance. You may need to get a different vision for how that's going to work out. In the reverse, the King of Wands, he can be impatient, he can have impossible expectations and be intolerant of others. Now the Queen of Cups, this is talking about self-care. It's talking about using your intuition to protect yourself and caring for yourself and loving yourself. And the Seven of Wands in reverse, this is talking about, judgment. Like somebody is literally sitting there going, you're not good enough, you're not, this or that, whatever, and judging. And it can also talk about being overwhelmed and giving up because you're exhausted and you're not doing this self-care in regards to having this balance with a give and take. The vision for your life is always changing, right? You want to have this King of Pentacles, but you have to work for it. It's a balance to get there. So you really need to have this give and take balanced, whether this is talking about work-life balance or it's talking about a balance between you and another person who is maybe not a very caring person, not a very kind person. You need to, set some boundaries, take care of yourself, protect yourself. Even if you're overwhelmed and you're exhausted, you can still do self-care, right? The most basic of self-care for some people is just getting up, walking into the bathroom and sitting on the toilet and using the toilet. For others, the most basics of self-care is getting into a bathtub or a shower and cleansing themselves. And when you're cleansing yourself, imagine all those negative words that people have thrown at you, all those negative thoughts that you've had or that other people have had towards you, washing down the drain with the dirt, right, that is on your body. Just let it go away. But really focus on your self-care. Focus on maintaining your balance. Then we have the Six of Cups in reverse, clarified by Death, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Cups. So the Six of Cups in reverse, it talks about scarcity. It talks about outright abuse. It talks about disappointment. It talks about living in the past. Seven of Cups talks about potential and possibilities, and it can also talk about unrealistic expectations. And the Five of Cups, in a way, that can also talk about scarcity, because this cat and the Five of Cups here, they're focused on the spilled cups, the roses that are wilting, the love, the emotion that is not working out. Whatever the situation is that didn't work out in the past or that is not working out currently, they're more focused on that than on these two roses that are healthy and blooming and upright just behind them. And so you need to move forwards. You need to turn around and see what's working for you. When you get this Five of Cups and not having these unrealistic expectations around certain things in your life, either things from the past or things that you really wanted. It could even be a romance that didn't work out. And you need to transform that. You need to change that. You need to make that possibility into one where you're seeing the roses that you do have. You're seeing the love that you do have for yourself, or the love that other people have for you. You're seeing that potential and that possibility, and you have realistic expectations for that. If it has to do with a scarcity mindset, you're going to start seeing the potential. You need to focus on changing your mindset in both of those cases and transforming it, letting go of what shouldn't be there anymore, letting go of the old skin and growing a new skin so that you can enjoy these possibilities, so you can be happy again. If this is talking about outright abuse, I don't need to tell you, you should get out of that situation any way that you can. And then we have Cernunnos. Cernunnos in the reverse, This is the devil. It talks about, again, it talks about an abuse of power, but it can also talk about succumbing to temptation because you are detached from yourself on a very deep level, and that makes you vulnerable to, it makes you spiritually blind. It makes you vulnerable to this abuse, to other people, to negative situations when you're disconnected on a very deep level. So the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, this can talk about mistrust. It can talk about, unfortunately, even unemployment. But it can also talk about like limited success because there's a lack of vision, because there's this mistrust. And the other clarifiers we have Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So Two of Pentacles, it talks about juggling. Sorry, I'm having a day. It talks about juggling two different aspects of your life. So juggling, different aspects of your mental health, like who you are with two different people, and it's creating this conflict, or who you think you are, and juggling that against what this person wants you to be. That's another way this could be affecting your mental health. And so you're juggling and you're really struggling with that. And that's causing this, part of that is causing this mistrust, and you're like reevaluating this situation. The Four of Pentacles, it talks about balance too, just like the Two of Pentacles. So you've doubled now, but the Four of Pentacles can also talk about locking yourself up, hiding yourself, locking yourself up emotionally and mentally in this struggle, in this negativity, because you're feeling vulnerable, because you're feeling blind, okay? You're feeling detached from yourself. So this could even be like depersonalization, like not even recognizing yourself in the mirror for who you are anymore. And then the Emperor, he comes in, he takes leadership, he takes ownership of things, and he calms this negativity, this chaos. If this is about an abuse of power, about somebody, actually abusing you, because you're so detached from yourself on such a deep level, and you have this lack of vision in your life, the Emperor talks about coming in and looking at that situation and calming it down, so you're not juggling stuff anymore, so you feel like you're safe enough to not lock yourself up. He puts those structures into place that make you feel safe, that make you feel like it's okay to mess up and make mistakes. It's okay to not have everything 100% in terms of knowing where you want to be in life, what you want to do. He comes in and he puts a calm to all that chaos, to all that struggle. And the Emperor is who you need to be. you need to take that leadership and that authority in your life to reevaluate this situation, to get a vision for your life, to get your purpose back, and not be giving into temptation, not be giving into people who aren't good for you, situations that aren't good for you, things that make you feel like you have to hide who you are. This Emperor is saying take control back. Take control back of that situation. Take control back of your life. Get reconnected to yourself. Get out of this juggling mode. Get out of this, having two different parts of yourself that aren't working together. I hope this is helpful for you. Have a great week. Bye.